good. They've had some really good showings at these tournaments, and they've been one of the most consistent teams. So we got to bring our A game and win our searches and steal a hardpoint or one of the uplinks off of them.
I think EG is such a good team because of just the amount of slaying power they have on the team. You'd think that's kind of weird just because looking at their players, you're like, they don't have a lot of slaying power. But in this game, they actually do.
FaZe is a good team because they've been teaming for about 2 years, and that consistency and just knowing what everybody's going to be doing. So obviously we haven't been teaming as long as them, so they kind of have an edge in that regard. So
in all honesty, I think that team wouldn't work if it wasn't for Nameless. Nameless is kind of the glue that holds them together.
If we're going to take out FaZe, like I said, we're going to have to win both of our search and destroys, and then steal a hardpoint or an uplink. Respawn's been looking a lot better for us. We've been playing a lot more, so going into that match, we're just going to make sure our S&D strategies are on point.
We have the maps. I've looked over them, and I think that's why we're going to beat them. We got some of our better maps. So I'm picking a 3-0, 3-1. It could definitely go the distance. I mean, you never really know how some of these maps are going to go, but I'm fully confident we're going to beat them 3-0, 3-1.
Welcome back to day 2 of week 2 of the GPL. Coming up next on the main stage, Evil Geniuses versus FaZe. And this could be a big one for FaZe, could really solidify potentially that #1 spot in the group, especially if they have a 2-0 day today. Definitely could. And for Evil Geniuses on the flip side, it definitely could be a Cloud9-like performance. Sorry, Eggs had to go there. But joined by a special guest in the studio, we've got Marky B. Of course, you're not playing this week, you're going to be playing next week. But what are your thoughts overall on this group as it's played out?
I mean, it's got really interesting with that most recent result. I think that beforehand I was actually favouring Fnatic to advance. I was obviously
European bias.
European bias. I'm going to throw that in there, but I mean, I think that most recent result actually changed a lot of things for me. My predictions. I think that now it's kind of looking a bit open. They could progress in playoff spot. They could come fourth. Really, I don't really know what's going to happen now.
It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. But as we talked about, the next game up on message, EG versus FaZe. Hey, I have to ask you, for EG, just really how important is this win?
I mean, they got to get some maps, right? 0-6, same boat as we were last weekend. You got to get some maps at least. If they can pull this match win, though, they're in a good spot because they've taken it off FaZe, right? So that's something that probably no other team's going to be able to do this weekend with how FaZe has been playing. So if this is a match to show up, it's definitely this one for EG.
Then, of course, we talk a little bit about FaZe, Teep, and have they impressed you as much as you expected coming in? Obviously, last week when we talked about Envious, it was like, yeah, they're playing well, but there still seems to be some room for improvement. For FaZe, on the other hand, where do you see them?
I think there was a few issues yesterday, but are they really glaring issues? I really don't think so. Going into today, they have their easiest competition in terms of Evil Geniuses. Yeah. Not to disrespect by any means, but they had tough games yesterday. They obviously stepped up to the test as we expect FaZe to do. They do it pretty well. They dropped 2 maps yesterday. It's not that big of a deal, but we look at this map set here, and EG needs to win Scorch. 100%, they need the energy. I need to hear Study yelling, Nameless as well. When those 2 guys get energy, it's a completely, they're different players. They need to show up here.
Nameless is like a chain effect for this team. He has to get loud. If he can do it, they'll all do it. But for me, FaZe, it's Clayster, right? He has finally showed up to form. And of all people to give credit that I don't like giving it to, right? But he's deserving it, right? He's playing really well, which has been a faulty point for FaZe in the past.
I saw that tweet yesterday as well. You said your day 1 MVP. You were giving it to Clayster. If he can continue that performance, FaZe definitely going to be sitting pretty at the top of this group. That's everything from the studio for now. Can send it down to our casters for the series. It's Maven and Mr. X.
Thank you, gentlemen. Fantastic stuff. Let's have some fun, man. But you know who may not have fun? EG. Because yesterday was actually their quote-unquote easy day. They didn't win a map.
Yeah, no, it was not pretty for them yesterday. I don't think we even really need to explain much of why they didn't win a game, didn't win a series. Well, obviously, if you didn't win a game, you didn't win any series. And then FaZe obviously just looks so strong. And I think it's really just been the resurgence of Clay. If you see Clay play like he did yesterday, today, they're going to win both their games today. They're going to cruise through.
Yeah.
And I think if he played like he did yesterday against the likes of United and Optic Gaming, this is a FaZe team that probably gives them closer games, probably comes out on top in a few of those series.
One good thing on the other side for EG, this is one of Nameless's better hard points, is one of their better hard points kind of overall. So if you can steal the game 1, they can be solid in S&D. If FaZe wins the game 1, it's a 3-0.
Oh, I would agree. I think this game 1 is everything for EG, especially because you're trying to correct the mistakes of yesterday, right? So you come in, everyone's feeling good today, you've talked everything over, you've warmed up, you're ready to start today. To get blown out or to lose a really bad game 1, it just kind of ruins everybody's morale.
Yeah, and, you know, I was talking to the guys. They were talking about Havoc, and so I'll just cut myself off because you know, if you're at home and you're an up-and-coming amateur player or a fan, typically you'd like to win more than 0% of all your game modes.
You would say anything more than 0% would be successful. That's
tough.
Not great win percentages from EG there. Obviously not winning a game yesterday. But this is a team back at Dallas, so strong in S&D, 85% win rate. We thought coming into this, no, they win S&Ds. They're able to take some of the respawns. They can definitely contend for, you know, maybe second place, but you see FaZe here.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about how important this game 1 hardpoint is. The scary part for Evil Geniuses is that 100% win rate for FaZe Clan. FaZe has been, I mean, there have been weak spots. You know, they talked about it up on the desk a little bit, specifically in hardpoint. I know they've won 100%, but they've had some, like, you know, 80 to 100 point leads that we've watched sort of disappear.
That was them last year.
Yeah, the mirror of last year, really. But let's get into it. FaZe Clan versus Evil Geniuses. We're going to kick things off with a hot hand from day 1. It'll be Clayster.
We'll see how he starts off here on day number 2. It's the first match for FaZe here today, and they're going to get control of this second hardpoint as it's going to be EG trying to go all the way towards Hangar in the wall run, and they're just going to get wiped out by everyone from FaZe.
Yeah, you know, when you come down to selecting sides, you always want to be on this start from FaZe. You're usually guaranteed 30 to 40 points on the first hard point because you can see how hard it is for EG. You hit 3 bridge and you hit over like the lava pit, you get taken out, you try to fly out the door, there's nades waiting for you. It's very, very difficult to retake, but the main thing they need to focus on is not allowing FaZe Clan to flip these spawns. They need to be ready to set up for Turbine.
Which is why I thought it was dangerous. They pushed so hard off the spawn. I mean, imagine if they just said detach and zoom a little bit further out, past that hard point, you know, trying to get aggressive on bridge. They would have lost them instantly. You see the hill right now is in control of EG, taking some time here as Study comes through the middle. And it looks like they do have control for Turbine as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's right about what I said. You know, you have 30, 40 points, you're pretty much guaranteed from FaZe's side, but you do get set up nicely for Turbine. So this all comes down to this first kind of rotation here. This first wave of kills. Can they come out on top? The first pick is going to come in for Nameless. He will get traded out, but Study able to do it. It's a 2-piece from Attach, though, to possibly get the breakthrough. Now look where the spawns come out. Everybody flying back to get on the action.
Yeah, so an Attach holds that position. His teammates spawn on the bottom side. It spawns EG all the way out by Hangar. Fantastic play there by FaZe Clan as they get a break here. And now, Maven, this does not look good for EG. They get broken here on Turbine. A lot of time left. You know, FaZe can take this score almost up to 80 points at this moment in time. Would not be good for Evil Genius.
Yeah, that's exactly, you know, kind of what I said. Couldn't happen. You couldn't get broken on that first wave because you can't even push here. Because let's say you push and you wipe out all 4 from FaZe, they're going to spawn out to Hangar. So you have to give it up pretty much immediately. You only got really 1 crack at it.
I mean, other than losing these spawns for that hill, that was probably worst case scenario for EG. And you see right here, it's going to be Enable with a teammate inside of Hangar. They're able to pick up 2 kills. I believe that's Clayster with Enable. Enable's able to take out Havoc. And now you see the rotation 1 over to Hangar by FaZe Clan. So just when you thought things couldn't get worse for EG, they do.
This is awful. I mean, you've had a setup at your 2 maybe strong hills in Turbine and in Hangar. You've been over there early, not because you really wanted to necessarily, but because you were getting blown off the map. And now you got streaks going for FaZe Clan. Enable with 4 in a row, Clay with 3 in a row, and EG has not looked able to hold anything when it comes to Hardpoint.
Yeah, and Havoc right now sitting at 1-6. He was so strong yesterday in their games. A lot of the talk coming into this, he put aside the streaming, really focused on making this team better coming into this event, struggling thus far. But to be quite frank, I mean, you can't really say everybody else is playing much better. I mean, 5 kills for Study and Nagafen each, 6 kills for Nameless. EG has looked pretty poor here in this first hardpoint.
Yeah, I think Havoc was kind of the lone bright spot yesterday, and I know 6 map count. He's starting to pick it up, though. You see he's picked up 3 kills in a row. When Enable starts to rotate over, I do want to get back on with him just because he's on that 6 streak and 1 kill off the bombardment. So he's going to start to push through. He's playing pretty slow here. And the reason he's playing slow is because he's wrapping around the back and he wants that bombardment. There it is, 7 in a row. He's fully streaked out. And when you get streaks early in a game and with an advantage like this, like you almost feel like FaZe has won. I know there's a lot of time left, but this is terrifying.
Well, I mean, he's not going to be able to pick up any kills with the streaks there, but this is the one hill that is completely out in the open. I mean, bridge as well, but you can use a lot of these streaks here to give your team the hill back. And you see it's going to be EG still in control of Drill. They've done a fantastic job holding this off, but they're going to need a lot of you know, a lot to go right in the second half to come back.
Doesn't that remind you a little bit about the Scorch, though, in the previous matchup, where the only hill Fnatic kind of found time on was Drill? They got thumped kind of everywhere else.
Yeah, they made it close on Drill going into the second half of the game.
And sort of what's happening here a little bit. I mean, they brought it back. They're in striking distance. They're down 50. But if you allow what happened on Turbine and Hangar to happen the second side through, this game will be shut out by FaZe. But here we go into our second set of rotations here. Back to Bridge. It's Study close in the pocket. Enable ready for it. And Enable's been brilliant so far. 13-4 on a 2 streak. 45 seconds to go objective.
Oh, he's been phenomenal in this game as well. I mean, I thought he was great last year at the beginning of Black Ops 3. You know, he was phenomenal inside the objective, just picking up so many kills. He's kind of taken that gameplay, transitioned it over here to Infinite Warfare, and he's been tremendous. But the man we're on board with right now, Maeve, Nameless. I feel like if EG is going to, you know, win some series, they're going to start getting things going in the right direction. It starts with Nameless. 100% agree with Pat. He's on a 5 streak now. But if he plays well, he just kind of, it's almost like Clay, where if he plays well, like he just gains a ton of energy, gives it to the rest of his team, and you just see things starting to go in the right direction.
And we brought it up beforehand. You know, this is a stronger Hardpoint for him. He's doing well. He's at 15-10 currently, and they're staying in this game. But here yet again, Turbine, they're getting it done for FaZe Clan. You at least kind of split back and forth a bit that you're not going to get complete control from Bridge, but set him in the back is attached. He's going to have 3 players coming in to hit him. He gets dropped, and EG gets the break. So they had control early. Last time, FaZe had no issue breaking through. I wonder if Enable maybe uses bombardment here if he's going to hold on to it.
Well, now EG is starting to make a comeback. So they get a full hold here. They're right back in the game. They most likely have the lead. This would be a huge swing of events here for EG. You see Naga's going to be in the feed. He's going to get one. The kill is just being traded back and forth right now. And if you're FaZe Clan, you got to wonder, do you try and push this back? Do you try and, you know, go set up for Hangar? You have some decisions to make now.
Well, they get the bottom spawn right there in research, so they're able to flood until they get the hold. They'll get the final 20 or so seconds, attach a big piece of this as he picks up 3 in a row. But basically a tie game here as FaZe gets the scrap time. It's now on Hangar. EG was in first time. They weren't able to hold on. It's attached, going big, finds one, tags up a second, and the kill will be cleaned up. But look at the wave of blue arrows starting to come in. They're getting the close spawn. They're trying to fly through.
Yeah, Nameless is going to entry. He's going to be able to pick up one. Clay, though, with a huge 2-piece, and he's going to back out, wait for his teammates to come in, flood towards this back area, and you see Zuma now with the ERAD, putting down a lot of shots, does not connect with anything. It's going to be Havoc with a 2-piece, Nagafen with another kill. EG gets control.
And you still have Enable kind of sitting in the back. He's trying to give them that kind of sneaky spawn there in the back corner, but you see they keep spawning Turbine, having to flood over Bridge, flood over Bridge, flood over Bridge, and this should be a lead for Evil Geniuses here in the next few seconds.
Well, if any of Enable's teammates pick up a kill, he's most likely blocking that back spawn, which would have actually given them a great advantage going into the hardpoint. The issue is his teammates flooding through the front. They don't get anything going. So EG going to tie this game up, now take the lead, going over to Drill. A lot of pressure on FaZe Clan.
EG going huge, Nameless, finding kills, breaks the 20 mark. That was 3 in a row before he finally dropped. FaZe, you get the break, but it's at the very end of it. You only pick up a couple of ticks. Now, we're into Drill. EG had the advantage last time. It's Study doing a good job inside. He has FTL to work with as well. Maybe he tries to fly up over the top. Yes, he does. Gets behind one. Excellent use of the FTL, but can't sneak away there into research.
And even though EG is not in the lead right now, you just see the effect Nameless has on this team. Like when he starts to play well, he's gone on a few streaks here. They've come back and gotten really close into this game. You see, it's only a 2-point game right now. FaZe had a huge lead earlier. EG has climbed back. They have not taken the lead.
Attach, holding the edge, looking for the time to strike. They're really just waiting. I don't know if they're going to take another crack at this with under 20 seconds. They want to set up for Bridge. I mean, the rotation is, what, 20 feet up, basically, from this setup. 3 players drop from EG. You've got Centurion for Nameless. We're at the point in the game where you're going to see some of those payloads really come into play.
And this is the first time here in the venue you can actually hear, like, EG kind of be vocal. You hear Nameless a little bit, trying to give some energy to the rest of his teammates. This would be a huge map 1 win if they were able to pull it off, especially in the fashion they would be able to pull it off, making this huge comeback here.
And right, this is vintage FaZe. they get a big lead early on. They let teams come back. It's Evil Geniuses soaring back into it. Nameless hits the edge and finds one before dropping. The battle, it's a bloodbath here at Bridge. Enable trying to look over his teammate. It's hotly contested right now. No one able to pick up time. You can see on X-Ray, you've got several players in the back. FaZe, though, controlling the side they want to get set up for Turbine. But the number 8's kind of the key player here. It's Nagafin pushing on the flank for Evil Geniuses. He's going to try and get kills from behind and flip the spawns. He got one. They still spawn out in rocks, though.
Yeah, he's spawning FaZe over by Hangar. He just needs to pick up maybe 1 or 2 kills here and flip things for his team, but he's not going to be able to do so. So both teams going to spawn pretty far away for this next Turbine. It will be FaZe, though, that gets control early.
I wonder if Nagafin, didn't worry about wrapping back to mid, more just push straight back to Turbine. If maybe they would have spawned with him there.
I mean, then you're in what? If they don't, then he's in a 1v3, 1v4. But all the kills on rotation actually go in favor of EG, so FaZe gets there early. EG breaks it right away, and now they could end up winning the game here.
It's like the opposite of what happened on the first Turbine, right? FaZe broke so easily. Now it was EG's turn, but here we go. First pick to Nagafin. Study, wrap it on the flank. He's behind 2, doesn't finish the kill, trying to locate, but his teammates, Havoc and Nagafin, picking him up. Nameless in on the action as well. They only need 15 more points, and EG will have their first map win of the weekend.
And Nameless has been a monster in this one. 1:33 in the Hardpoint, 30 kills as well. It has helped EG make this massive comeback, Maeve, and it looks like they will take game number 1, 250 to 215.
The crowd letting them know EG on their feet, and that is huge. If you're just joining us, what did we say? EG wins that first map, we got ourselves a series. EG loses that map, it could be a blow-up.
And you see Nameless, he stands up there, it kind of hypes the rest of his team up. That's what he needs to bring to this EG squad. And when he plays like that, you see what they can do. This is a FaZe team who did not drop a hard point yesterday. They come in here, they get a big lead. Nameless kind of rallies the troops and gives EG that first win.
And I think the talk of this group, we talked a lot about the search and destroy prowess you had kind of between all the teams. So it's going to come down to this game too. Clayster said yesterday that's kind of the swing map for him. That's the one he thinks is the most important. So can FaZe fight back, tie this up 1-1, or can even if EG gets a 2-0 lead, I don't feel safe with him.
No, I would not. But I'm just kind of thinking in my head, EG is so strong at Dallas in S&D. If they somehow figure out a way to win this search and destroy, a 3-0 here for EG. I'm not saying they are going to do it, but a 3-0 would be so huge for them to come back in this group.
It's huge for them. It's huge for Rise and maybe trying to overtake FaZe. It's huge in a lot of capacities. I mean, this series is big if EG can take it. Look at the last series of the night. If Fnatic can beat FaZe, things become very, very interesting. I mean, the first person to take down FaZe kind of flips things on their head.
Without a doubt. And you see Turbine, that is most of the time taken in that second rotation that we saw, where EG was able to break it right away. And then Drill, man, EG just punished FaZe 83-9. They made the game manageable going into the second half, and they win it there at the end.
And we highlight Nameless before. He has strong map for him, strong mode, and he gets it done. 1.52 KD, doing work in the hill as well with the 93 seconds. Phenomenal performance from him as they now take the lead 1-0. But it's going to be Crusher, Search and Destroy coming up next. Nagafin's the shot caller, man. That's what changed going into Dallas. He took over. They had too many voices. He became the one voice. A lot of pressure on him here.
Yeah, he did say, though, yesterday, speaking with Nagafin a little bit, there were some mix-ups in their S&D comms. Like, so they kind of went back to the old way. Like, some other players were calling. Like, he didn't feel like his calls were necessarily being listened to and gone with. So I wonder if EG goes back to what was so successful at Dallas with Nagafin calling the shots.
Well, speaking of Evil Geniuses, they were the final team in for North America in the CWL Global Pro League. Let's take a look at how they got here.
One of the biggest esports organizations in the world is back in Call of Duty. Led by the veteran Nameless, he's joined by his counterpart Study, who he shared a second place finish with at the Call of Duty Championships in 2014. Rounding out the roster are S&D phenoms Havoc and Nagafin. The year started out a bit shaky at the PSX preseason event, where they placed dead last at the 18 invite tournament.
On Nagafin, their tournament hopes here may be crushed. EG for now, this new look roster is done and dusted here.
But let's shift focus to the 2017 CWL season for Evil Geniuses. Their subpar online results have plagued them all year long, and as a result, they've had to fight through the open bracket in 3 of the 4 CWL major events they've attended. Their placements in LAN events were the reason they were in the running for the final NA GPL spot. Despite their top 20 finish at CWL Atlanta, Evil Geniuses fought from the open bracket to place top 8 at Vegas, Paris, and now Dallas. The defining moment for Evil Geniuses came during the insane losers bracket run at CWL Dallas. After an unexpected loss to Era in the open winners bracket, Evil Geniuses would have to fight through Elevate, Rise Nation, and Millennium before setting up a do-or-die match against the Gosu crew. On the line, a spot in the Global Pro League. In what was one of the most entertaining and epic series of the entire weekend, EG beat out TGC by a series score of 3-1 and secured their spot in the Global Pro League.
It's going to be Evil Geniuses who take this series. They will have the final qualification position in the CWL Global Pro League.
Evil Geniuses was built around strong search and destroy players. They boasted an 85% win rate in S&D at CWL Dallas. This is a recipe to push longer series and potentially even steal series from stronger opponents. However, for EG to truly have success, they have to improve in the hard points. Can they set the tone early and start leading a series from the very beginning? Tune in April 28th through the 30th to see how Evil Geniuses will perform at Stage 1 of the Global Pro League.
Those final couple lines from Chris kind of defined it perfectly. Can they steal a hard point? Yes, they did. Now, if they can handle business and search, if this goes the full 5 games, I mean, they can take it, man.
Whoever wrote that was a prophet. They knew what was going to happen.
I did.
You did.
I am a prophet.
It's like your one good contribution to the broadcast.
Yeah, you know, I do what I can, Matt. Every now and then I have glimmers of intelligence. The rest of the time, I'm an idiot.
I like how you were honest there. I can't even really disagree. Sometimes you make some good points.
It's, you know,
90% of the time, though, you're just completely off.
I've realized that I'm smarter before I eat food. Sometimes I get dumb after I eat food.
That's...
I'm serious.
You saying that is dumb.
My casting gets significantly worse on a full stomach.
Yeah, okay. Well,
you're welcome for that.
Yeah, sure. Going into Crusher S&D, obviously, huge map for Evil Geniuses. We saw how good they were in Dallas in this particular mode. And just the fact that they need to win series, they need to win lopsided series to really swing the map percentages in their favor. This would be a good start for EG.
Aches, look over at me. Who's taking this search, buddy? He said EG 6-2. Here we go. It's FaZe on offense. Zuma tagged up a bit, backing down. 4 up still for either side. It's attached, dealing with the jammer, dealing with 2 players there on X-Ray. You see pushing in through you, and looks like they want to take it and wrap back, but who's that number 5? That's Nameless actually be behind. Finds the kill, but traded out quickly.
Yeah, pretty aggressive play there as Nameless pushes all the way out. Only gets 1. The trade, though, does come in. Havoc actually pokes out. He's able to pick up Zuma, and it's going to put Clay in an awkward position. Study team kills there, which ends up taking what should be a 1v3 to a 1v2.
Attach the 1v4 yesterday. Can he pull off the 1v2? Granted, you know, Rise may have fed him that one a bit.
If they fly at him 1 by 1, yeah, sure, you can pull it off.
But you see on the minimap, the arrows sticking together. It's Study and Nagafen. Want him to make sure they're in a position that they can trade it. But if it is an up-close fight, you know, with a gun like the Erad, if they're bunched up there to try and trade the kill, if he snaps, this is certainly doable with this weapon. And he's dead.
Yep. Goes back, gets bomb. Cannot make anything happen, but such a good point. The Erad is so strong up close. Obviously, you know, you can tell watching at home, but I know Joe is like warming up with a few of the guys, and you know, he's standing there with an AR, and like people flying at him with the Erad, he's like, he can't do anything.
That's what I meant. There's like, if those guys both have MD4s and he gets in a spot where they're both close range, I mean, anything is possible with the youngster attached. But is EG on the board first? If you're just joining us, they took a crazy hard point and their first map here for week 2. They're trying to keep it going in search and destroy.
And you see FaZe, they stack over at the B site, and now they're going to have to rotate all the way around, but Havoc has gotten into a great position here. One player just flies through the cut. Yep, that's going to be an able. It's an easy gunfight for Havoc. He's quickly taken out, but Study picks up another kill on the other side of the map. So now it's going to be a 2v2 with Zuma and Attach trying to break in and defuse.
They have some time to work with. Just take a look at the minimap. You see Zuma and Attach basically holding hands, but now the break's going to come through. This gunfight will prove crucial. It's Nameless striking first. Now 1v1. Naga versus Attach. Attach is just going to stick it. He's halfway there, but he's caught. Nagafin gets it done. 2 rounds for EG.
It's a smart play by Naga to go in and check bomb. Attach, one of the better 1v1 players we have in the CWL. Jumps right on it, figures Naga may go on a long flank. Nagafin goes back, checks the bomb, picks up the kill, gives EG their second round.
Can they keep rolling here? I mean, you know, you've talked a lot in the past about any kind of team. Call of Duty, a lot of times, who's hot, right? You'll have a very good Friday. You might take Saturday, a bad Saturday, your hot Sunday. FaZe looked invincible practically yesterday outside of a few maps. Right now, struggling against EG, and it's Nagafin with a first blood. Nameless getting in the kill feed as well. It's going to be a 2v2, similar production here to last round, and they're just going to fly at each other. This will go quickly. It's Naga yet again attached in another 1v2. Can he do it, buddy?
Attach going to get a few shots down, not going to pick up a kill. 3-0 in favor of EG. And I do have to say, Maven, there is something, here, a lot of the rounds are coming down to, 1v1, 2v2, whatnot. And EG is just clutching up. A lot of that, clutching up is like huge in these games. Like it just swings these individual rounds. And yesterday, obviously, we didn't see much go right for EG. But once you start winning some of these rounds, you start to gain more confidence, you get some momentum, and it makes it a little bit easier to kind of rally a few of them off.
It's the same thing I said with Cloud9 last week. If they just win one map a bit earlier, they can get some momentum. Teammates aren't wanting to kill each other. Things go a little bit more smoother. And now they're on the map, but Attach and Zuma just mowing down everybody. FaZe on the board.
Yeah, not the ideal round. Push into you and just get mowed down by E-Rats. Probably not how they expected to go. Attach with a nice three-piece there.
Jumping into a wood chipper.
Yeah. You would not want to jump into a wood chipper.
No, that'd be uncomfortable.
I imagine that's an awful experience.
All right, 3-1 EG. And Clay now bringing out this sniper. Let's see what he's able to do. Clay and Enable have 0 production so far, Matt.
Yeah, and obviously not ideal for FaZe Clan, but see if you can get Clay going with the sniper in hand. Just barely misses the shot. Believe that was a sniper on the side of EG as well. It's going to be Havoc getting behind enemy lines, though, picking up 2 quick kills. And now the pin should come in from EG. Attach and Zuma. Attach and Enable and such. Well, Attach doesn't even want to try and fight out of this position. He's just going to jump off the map. Enable falls.
And you know what that comes down to? It's Havoc hitting the flank quickly, but the big thing there is he fights Clay, right? He gets a sniper there. If that's somebody that turns to check the flank and they have a K-bar, maybe Havoc doesn't find the first kill. He certainly doesn't get 2, but you have Clay with a sniper, nothing he can really do in that spot.
Well, and the fact that he just stays alive as well, like they don't trade that kill out right away, because with Havoc, behind enemy lines, staying alive on a flank, the guys on FaZe, they just don't know which way to go. I mean, if you're attached, you're trying to hit the wall run, make sure he doesn't come from behind, but you want to help Enable because there's more players coming from the front side. Very difficult, and Naga gets a hit marker there with the sniper. Clay is going to back down, pretty much give up the B site.
Yeah, I'm already 0-4. I don't want any of your sniping. Oh, God, he's going to peek over the top. You see him there. That goes right over Clay's head. Might want to back down. He's just going to challenge the edge. Yeah, he's feeling good, but unfortunately the nade from Zuma comes through, takes him down. Now FaZe has a 4-3 advantage. Make it 4 versus 2. It's on Havoc and Study. Now just Study.
We saw Naga play yesterday, and he actually made a similar play. As FaZe picks up the kills, they win the round. But remember, he gets one with the sniper yesterday on throwback, I believe, and he immediately pushes mid-map and tries to pick up another one. I think you were like, that's just crazy. You start feeling yourself a little bit. He gets that hit marker, and he's like, I'm hitting.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just going to hit this next shot. Regardless of where it's from, I mean, he just walks up to the B site with a sniper rifle.
Well, if the nade doesn't come through, I mean, he might be able to close peek and hit that, but I still don't agree with the attempt there. I don't know, you need a trophy or your Centurion player with him or something.
With how many players fly through that choke with an E-Rad?
How dare you doubt Nagafin?
I mean, I would have doubted any player in that position.
Yeah, that's a good call, Matt.
Yeah.
All right, well, they're trailing 2-4. In round count. FaZe trying to fight back, and you can see Attach is going to be the lone man up top towards the A site. So he's got a chance of maybe a timing here to the flank as soon as his teammates work to get that bomb down. But so much time has gone by, I think we might see the defense rotate and the offense kind of counter-rotate here unless they find the opening kill. They do. So Zuma finds it with the grenade. They're able to get it, and they still look like they may wrap out.
Yeah, Clay picks up 1 kill. It's going to be Nagafin trying to even the odds here. So it's going to be Naga and Study, the only ones up here for EG.
Now they're finally getting the bomb planted.
I wonder if they know where Study is coming from, how fast he's going to hit this. They have no idea. Study's able to get 1. Flies through, going to pick up the second, so we're going to be in a 1v1.
1v1, Nagafin guns him! That can't happen. That cannot happen. TP and Aches in disbelief.
I mean, they're just so slow from FaZe. They have nobody kind of watching that flank. And it was, I believe it was Study off the wall run. He's able to get 2. I believe like just one bullet to enable there at the end. Kind of crazy.
I thought for a second like the bomb went off the map or something, because they get the opening kill. Bomb was kind of the backside. Just push it and get the plant down. At no point do you get the plant. You had a 4v2 advantage at one point. Just sloppy stuff there from FaZe, and Aches called the 6-2 victory for EG. Well, looking pretty good.
I mean, we're getting really close. Study comes up, picks up first blood, has the Centurion as well. Nagafen with the FTL jump, 2 quick kills for EG, but FaZe answers right back, attaching Clayster in the feed. They need to go huge here.
He wants to chase it out. Does he get baited here? There's 2 players. It looks like they just decide to wrap out. You see Clay playing behind Bomb, using cover here. The blue arrows are separated a little bit. Looks like they're hunting. Nagafen may be caught momentarily. How is he not? Have they not spotted each other? No, Nagafen actually gets it. We should see a 1v1. No, he's actually able to get away. The FTL comes right in. Now it's going to be a 1v1. Clay, Nameless, and Clay snaps.
You can't lose that situation.
Okay.
I mean, look, there's a huge fence here. You can just pick either side. You can jump over the top. There's so many ways you could have baited and switched that out.
I mean, FaZe.
Naga uses the FTL, just jumps right into him.
FaZe shouldn't have lost the last round. EG shouldn't have lost that round. Some sloppy play in the search and destroy. But the fact remains that EG still 1 round away. But you've got Zuma here with reactive armor. Maybe he can make a big play, bring them 1 round closer. This comes down to maybe one. Is he going to see anybody is the question. He has wrapped the edge. The reactive armor provides nothing outside of scouting, and it's a first blood there from Study. Zuma's got to finish one of these kills.
He's just going to get flooded by the members of EG. I feel like if you use reactive there, you got to commit. You just got to go. You get a guy weak, just fly into the site, create an opportunity for your team. Leaves Clay in a 1v4.
Clay, he finds another kill here, maybe gives himself a chance. Now there's a lot of time to work with. You can see on the mini-map, everyone kind of wrapping through bridge. They're going to come right up from behind Clayster in a moment. Did he get in before they saw him? Nope, he gets spotted. Should be tagged up in the back. And EG up 2-0. What the hell is going on, Matt?
I mean, look, they make a huge play to win that first hardpoint. Every round where they need to clutch up here in S&D, they came through, whether it was Naga, whether it was Nameless a few times, you know, Havoc being aggressive on the map. And FaZe, I mean, there's something to say, right? You go 2-0. Their games were relatively easy yesterday. You come in, you're like, you know, we have the team that hasn't won a game yet. We'll be able to just kind of coast on through. Not the case.
Well, I think you're right in that there had to be that feeling probably with some of the players from FaZe. And then on the other side, it's do or die. Like, not that you have more to play for, but more pressure for sure.
EG, with their backs against the wall, have always performed. I mean, think about Dallas, that loser bracket run. Like, when they've been like, it's almost with this team, like they've had to be pushed to the point of basically elimination to actually put things together. And maybe yesterday kind of comes as, I don't want to say a blessing in disguise. You can't say 0-2.
Well, doesn't it feel like if you, I know you can't really compare round robin format here to a loser's bracket, but starting 0-2 yesterday, you sort of are starting in the loser's bracket now. And Nameless said to me yesterday after the first match, he's like, man, we've relied on those loser's bracket runs getting warm. And I said to him, it's a long weekend. There's a lot of matches. But guys, before we get to the Game 3 uplink, we have a quick break. Let's take a look at our G Fuel key player matchup. Now, these statistics are coming into this series, so it doesn't include the 2 maps right now. Clay, lights out yesterday. He was amazing, Matt.
Yeah, he had the highest overall KD at the in our first 2 matches yesterday, but you see how important these 2 players mean their teams. Clayster, phenomenal day yesterday. They go 2-0. Nameless on the other side of things. I mean, he was not good in any of the game modes, really, and they struggled, but today he has come out look like a different person.
Nameless taking control of this series, and that is your G Fuel key player matchup. We are back for FaZe versus Evil Geniuses, and I'll tell you what, Matt, if you had watched yesterday, you know, all the predictions around how the 2 to 4 spot was so open, you'd have been like, oh god, not really. It's been pretty clear cut on the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
This series is exactly why I think people thought it was so open. Now you're seeing what EG can really do, and you're seeing the inconsistency of FaZe.
Yeah, and I mean, I took EG. I thought they would get second. I didn't think Rise would come out and look as good as they did. I didn't think Fnatic would look as good as they did either. And I was completely wrong, at least on day one. Still got a lot of weekend to go, but I mean, EG, they have just come out look like a completely different team today. If they take this series, really opens up this entire group.
Yeah, I saw Merc tweet. He's like, I don't know if this is a completely different EG or a completely different FaZe. I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I think there's a little bit of give on both sides. I think EG obviously looks significantly better than they did yesterday. And I think FaZe may have come into this match kind of just expecting to coast on through, get an easy win.
And the big difference, you know, you have to compare them to Cloud9 a little bit last week. The big difference is, you know, Cloud9 came in and could do nothing day 2. They didn't rebound from a poor day 1 performance. EG have done the opposite. They've come in, they've looked hot, and this is kind of their hardest day. Like yesterday, you match up against Rise and Fnatic, which you think would be their easiest day of the 3. Today, they have FaZe and Rise. So if you pick a day to play lights out, this is the one to do it.
If you are EG, you came in today saying, let's go 1-1, but let's win maps in the series that we end up losing, right? That's your best case scenario. You win this series, you take a quick break and you look at everybody and be like, we damn well need to win that second series. We go 2-0 today. We're right back in a chance to maybe get second in the group.
Oh, they flipped this entirely on its head if they're able to beat Rise and FaZe. I mean, it would be just crazy to look at from day 1. You know, as casters were talking at the end, and we wanted it to be tight. We wanted to come down to Sunday, and it started to look like last week where it seemed like 1, 2, 3, 4, like day 1 had already kind of set it kind of clear cut, right?
Yeah.
It could not feel more different now. EG looking strong, but Uplink, can they get it done? Can they close out the 3-0? Well, FaZe has a good chance here to reverse sweep.
It's kind of crazy to say that after yesterday. Can EG close out a 3-0 against FaZe Clan here in Precinct Uplink? And I think if you're EG, you just need to kind of weather the storm on the, you know, least preferred side. I think if you're on the side that EG is on right now, you need to put up a ton of points.
Who do you think's the most important player here for EG in this series? Is it that
without a doubt, Nameless.
That chain effect for Nameless, like Aches was talking about pre-match. But here we go. It's going to be Havoc leading the way, but he gets picked up rather quickly. First, and to get set up in lobby is going to be Nameless. He's got one at the edge. Nice shots there to pick him off. Turn, snaps. He gets the second, but there's a third player there. Attach now has it in hand. He's going to play in lobby. Yeah, that is a tough kill to get. You know, when you're in statue just staring in the lobby, that's a power position on the map.
He doesn't even get hit. Just peeks out just a little, takes out the one player on top of statue. And now FaZe, they're starting to rally some kills together. Let's see what they decide to do with the drone. They're wrapping it back over here towards construction. Study takes out Enable, but it's going to be a 1-point play there from Attach, but everybody dies for FaZe. So now if you're EG, you get back towards mid-map, you pick up the drone, you can answer right back.
And that's, I like it from Nameless. There's 2 players there, it's tough, but try to get to the cuts as quickly as you can to find easy kills. Catch people sprinting. The first few go the way of EG. They've got drone outside Ticket and trying to make a play through tarps, make a play up through Ticket if need be. Nice job looking back from Havoc. Can't quite connect on the shots, but unfortunately for him, everybody's dropped. So I like this. Just try to get into an aggressive position, be a nuisance, be annoying on the map for FaZe. That's exactly what Havoc's trying to do.
Yeah, his teammates now just need to get drone over towards this side of the map. Havoc could potentially pick up some kills on the back of the base, and he actually gets a little bit too greedy there, tries to flood in, and no teammate support, nobody picking kills up on the front side. Now everybody's starting to fall for EG. Naga in the middle of the map. He's going to be able to get one. Cannot turn quick enough to take out Attach. And now FaZe Clan with a chance to put some points on the board. You have Enable on a 3 streak, Attach on a 2 streak. It's going to be Clayster with drone in hand. Here comes a dunk. It'll be a 2-point play for FaZe.
FaZe looking brilliant. 2 minutes in. 3-0 edge. They have one player in mid-map. That's going to be Zuma. He's going to grab the drone. This is more points. At least a 1-pointer should be coming through.
Yeah, and you see players from FaZe still streaking. Attach on a 4 streak. Enable on a 4 streak. Zuma with a 2 streak. Some nice long-range shots there with the ERAD as more points go on the board for FaZe.
The thing I'm liking the most from FaZe, they've been guilty of slaying really well on pre-sync, but not necessarily turning it into points. Right now, every time they're getting 3, 4 down, they're getting forward with the drone. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. Zuma closes out 1 in lobby before being picked off, and now some pressure going to be coming forward from EG if they can find intro kills.
Yeah, the side that EG is on right now is the one where we see a lot of teams, be able to pick up the drone, spawn kill for a little bit, put some more points on the board. They have nothing right now. Have not put really any kind of good offensive effort in as well. I mean, they have not had a great chance to score and even score more than 1 point. They have not been able to force that spawn trap in the back of Gas. So this has not been a good first half for EG.
Matt, we're going to 5 games. I know it's early in this uplink, but all right, the main reason I say that is a hot start from FaZe here, but if you look at a Hardpoint, I don't see EG taking 2 Hardpoints off of FaZe. They were 100% coming in today. I just do not see it happen. We know Scorch was one of their stronger maps. We're going the distance, pal.
We know that FaZe is capable of, they get these early leads and then they give them up. So I don't think any Hardpoint is really safe, especially if EG kind of keeps it close throughout. I think there's definitely a chance they could take another Hardpoint, but the way this uplink is going right now, obviously still really early in this game. You see Study going to pick up a kill. Nameless now going to bring in a 2-point play. And this is what I mean. Now they have the spawn trap going. So just like we were saying, poor first half for EG. This trap that they have FaZe in can turn that all around.
They need to get the drone there. I think it was Havoc had to wrap all the way back to try and pick it up. You had to get more points here. At least a 1-pointer through. Okay, he gets it off. Nice job there to get 1 more on the board, but that took a long time to come. His teammates had to find 3 or 4 kills there to make it open up.
And still a minute to go. I mean, there's still time for EG to tie up this game or get it to a 1-point game going into the second half. So, for the struggles for the first 4 minutes for EG, 1 good minute in uplink could kind of erase all of it.
Yeah, and that good minute they've certainly had. Can they do it over the final 45 here, though, is the question. You see the hardline bonus popping up for FaZe players. I think pretty much everybody running it right now, trying to build towards those streaks as fast as possible. Nothing really coming into play yet. I know we saw a couple 4-point streaks earlier for the side, but none of the big guns coming out yet. But it's FaZe on the attack still right now. The dip and the slide in, but 3 players for FaZe dropping now. Here we go. Through Statue, through Ticket, everybody coming off a spawn. They need some intro kills there. Study was the lead man, but not able to open it up yet.
Yeah, Study picks up that kill. Potentially maybe able to get a 2-point play.
Nice shot.
Shot goes over the top from Havoc, and he connects. So it'll be EG within 1 going into the second half. And you gotta like their chances, Maeve. You keep it close, give yourself a chance to fight back. We know how creative they can get with set plays to get these 1-point throws off. They can come right back into it.
I mean, as soon as I said this was going 5 games, you get 4 in a row from EG. They answer the call. They want to close this out 3-0, but they are still trailing going into the half.
You're just a jinx too. I believe in game 1, as soon as FaZe got streaks, you're like, oh, this one's over. And then it's like,
I didn't say it was over. Back. I said it can be. You don't want to give up streaks early on Hardpoint, that's for sure. But EG mounts the comeback. Clayster be the first in to get drone. Looking to wrap and just get an early strike, but Nameless picks up 3 players, everyone down. And where that drone drops, this is in a counter position.
I feel like in like a neutral objective game mode, like one of the kind of rules you're kind of taught, I guess, is like you have to play for kills at the beginning of the game. Everybody on FaZe just ran to the objective and then just gave it right back, not able to pick up any kills. See how close Nameless is to these streaks, currently on a 3 streak. gonna go into the FaZe base. Oh, what is this? Okay, so they're throwing the drone back and forth for a little. He's gonna pick it up. One player coming on the cross. That's only gonna result in a 1-point play. Should have been a 2 there.
You forget about his Trinity Rocket. You see just what Scorchers and Warden he has going here. But they do get one more on the board. 2 points. Now separating. Nameless going beast mode in game 1. He's doing it here as well. 19 and 12. He's got 5 uplinks to go through to.
We have seen some really weird uplink plays at this tournament thus far. I mean, I can think of yesterday where Fnatic, they're throwing the drone back and forth at each other. Right there, when you have Nameless on streaks and he's like picking up kills in the base, why throw him the drone? Just run it on in, pick up the 2, let him slay out. I mean, granted, he wants the points, right? You get him the points for actually scoring the drone. Maybe you get closer towards those streaks. But the guy's hot, man. I mean, he's shooting well.
And do you think with as close a game this is, the lack of him having Trinity Rocket in his streaks can end up biting them? I mean, Trinity Rocket can shut down one push, right? It can. If it's going to be like a 1 or 2 point game, he would have it. He got the Scorches. He'd have Trinity to go with as well.
Yeah, I mean, you need those streaks. Especially on a map like this that's pretty wide open. I mean, and from the side that they're playing on right now, I mean, if FaZe were to get control of their base, you would definitely want that Trinity Rocket to clear out the middle of the street. But really odd that you would not select a 3rd streak, as you see that is going to be another score there for EG.
EG building this lead. Study still in a nice position here to make a play. He's got 3 in a row, trying to make it 4, but Enable and Zuma hold the base. Havoc and crew still coming forward. It's Nameless, a monster, 24 and 15, playing amazing. They just keep the fight here at Statue. They've allowed 0 offense from FaZe.
Yeah, and you're going to lose vision of it right now, and we're on board with FaZe, but Nameless actually threw down that Centurion over by that top ticket. So if FaZe tries to get control, push through that top area, the Centurion is up there to kind of slow them down.
Well, just under 2.5 to go. Each gunfight becoming that much more important down the stretch is FaZe. Look at him out the comeback. He's hit mid-street. Attached with drone. Attached trying to line it up. He doesn't take the shot. Maybe take it from deep when you have the buses cover a little bit. I mean, as soon as he peeks that edge, you got 2 players waiting. 1 top ticket, 1 under the drone. And now here you have a push from EG again.
And crazy enough to say it, EG is 2 minutes away from 3-0ing FaZe and putting themselves right into the playoff hunt in this group. See Havoc set up on top Statue. But we cannot talk about it enough. How important this player is to this team. Nameless, 28 and 19 right now. 6 points for EG and Uplink. He's absolutely dominated the series. Nameless, without a doubt, has dominated this series.
Absolutely has. He has been a phenom throughout this. 90 seconds to go. Focusing on FaZe as they're trying to mount the comeback. A couple kills go their way, but Study trying to play spoiler here outside lobby. His next gunfight is going to be with Zuma. Zuma picks up a couple big kills. It's going to be Drone in the hands of Attach, and now they're trying to get forward, mount this comeback, but they have to slow it down as Zuma not able to pick up kills in the lead blocker position.
And Study does have his payload ability available.
Oh! That's when you got to win. When you got 60 seconds left in the game and you're trying to come back here, but FaZe, they still have drone, Matt. Zuma trying to lead the way. He's able to get the long distance player there, but there's still one to deal with. Teammates looking over him in the back. Clayster finds it. 45 seconds to go. They're pushing up mid-street. Somebody's got to grab the drone.
It's the 2.
It'll be Enable in the back, and they're going to get reactive here. You might be picking up camo. They can absolutely...
Wait, why did they not just throw the drone forward and try and get a 2 there?
I don't know if they're just trying to get Enable with the camo. You have Overdrive to work with.
But I mean, you had a pretty decent chance to pick up a 2-point play there. I mean, you would have liked to have the 2 there. Then you're only down by 1. Then you have potentially the camo and the overdrive. But right now, with 15 seconds left, I mean, EG just needs to play keep away with the drone. They're going to be able to nade this out.
And Enable is so close to camo. He needs 1 more kill, but you only have 10 seconds. I don't think they have time to even get a dunk. EG holding bar. There's the overdrive around the edge. Not enough time. And EG with the 3-0. Well, we've got ourselves an interesting day 2 now, buddy. Everything flipped on its head. What did we just witness?
Today is going to be fun. A crazy match in which EG, who didn't win a game yesterday, comes out in their first game of the day and they 3-0 FaZe Clan. which kind of flips this group on their head. I mean, who knows what's going to happen now?
I mean, it's big for a couple of reasons in the upcoming match. EG gets the win, so they're in contention. Right now, maybe they can make a play. Also, this is huge for Rise, because if Rise now beats EG, they're looking poised to maybe steal that #1 spot from FaZe. This is fun.
And it doesn't make Fnatic feel that bad about their loss earlier, because now there's more teams in the hunt.
Yeah.
You know, that second match against Rise is not, it's still going to be important, but it's not going to be kind of their end-all be-all.
Well, it's not like last week where you had 2 teams at the top, basically, and 2 teams at the bottom.
Yes.
Everything going to be much more jumbled up between all 4 teams. This is exactly what you want as a fan. God, that series, EG, that was impressive.
And with the way Nameless is playing, I would not want to be the team that gets up on this stage and plays EG next, because he was phenomenal all throughout that series.
Well, we do actually have been ready on the desk. The guy's going to break down that phenomenal series from EG.
Thank you very much.